Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we do elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, I extend to you the eternal and of course the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. Well, a most pleasant good morning going out to one and all on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. As always, I do hope and pray that you are safe and sound, you are in the best of health and spirits. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Suhoor Hour, here in your company on this, the 30th and the final day of fasting of the holy month of Ramadan for the year 2026, according to the Islamic calendar for the year 1447 here in Trinidad and Tobago. So of course, in case you missed it last evening, so the moon was looked for just after we broke fast last evening. The moon was looked for, and I can once again report to you that the moon was not sighted locally or even regionally as well. So yesterday evening we would have looked for the moon here in Trinidad and Tobago. In addition to that, we would have collaborated with the countries within our region. And nowhere within our region the moon was sighted, the moon was not sighted. And of course, as a result of that, here we are today with an extra day of fasting during the course of the month of Ramadan. It's a special, special blessing from Almighty Allah. So the moon was not sighted. Today would be the 30th day of fasting. Tomorrow, the day of Eid will be observed. Well, the time for the starting of the fast this morning is 4:56 a.m. The time for the breaking of the fast this evening is 6:20 p.m. And of course, I must take the opportunity to say a very special welcome going out to one and all. It's always a pleasure to have you on board with us. We thank Almighty Allah for one extra day in the month of Ramadan. A further opportunity to gain blessing, to gain mercy, to gain forgiveness, and of course to gain emancipation from the fire of hell. So as we are now getting ready to commence this 30th and final day of fasting during the course of the month of Ramadan, of course, special welcome going out to each and every single one of you, live on air, live on the internet, live across our social feeds as well, for this final segment of the Suhoor Hour. It's a pleasure to have you on board once again for this final episode. I've got lots to share with you as we continue on with this particular hour. Whatever you do, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is your brother in humanity, Imam Suhoor Hour, and I'll be taking you through to the top of the hour.
الصبح بدا من طلعته والليل دجى من وفرته है नूर साहर चेहरे से तेरे और शब की रौनक जुल्फों से अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह कंजुल करमी मौला निअमी هدي الأمم لشريعته नेमत का खज़ीना है मौला गंजीना है रहमत है आका हादी है तमामी उम्मती के हो रहनुमा है शरीयत के अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह الله 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 سأت الشجر نطق الحجر شق القمر بإشارته उंगली के इशारे बेर चले एजाज से पत्थर बोल उठे और चांद हुआ है दो टुकड़े अंगुष्ठ के इशारे से अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह जिब्रीलु अता लैलत अस्रा والرب دعا في حضرته जिब्रील आमी पैगाम खुदा लेकर आए थे शबे असरा अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह فوسيلتنا هو سيدنا والعز لنا بإجابته الله 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 لا إله إلا الله.
Yes, indeed, you are tuned in to the final episode of the Suhoor Hour for the year 2026 right here on 103.1 FM. With yours truly, Imam Sarfraz Ghani, and again, as always, I must say it's indeed an absolute honor and of course a personal pleasure to be in your company once again for around about the next hour or so as we usher in this brand new day of fasting, the 30th day of fasting in the month of Ramadan. It is indeed a blessing and a mercy from the Almighty that we have been given one extra day in the month of Ramadan to redeem ourselves. We have been given a further opportunity to secure for ourselves the mercy and forgiveness from the Almighty. May Almighty Allah make it possible that we can spend these final hours of the month of Ramadan in a most positive manner indeed. Well, the program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of F&A Hardware and Shopping Centre, Extra Foods Supermarket, Top Gear Auto Parts and Services, Alpha Transport and Sair Ali Transport, Faiz Auto Supplies Limited, West Bay Supermarket with locations at Diego Martin and Tacarigua, Yador Non-Alcoholic Wine Halal Certified, and Rajapuri Curry Savor the Royal Flavor. Well, as always, first up on the program, we'll be getting into our Quran segment. I've got a wonderful chapter lined up for you coming your way, chapter 55. It's the most beautiful chapter in the Holy Quran, filled with inspiration, motivation, reminders of our existence here upon the face of the earth, reminders of our eventual destination, which of course is in the life of the hereafter. So that's coming up in a very, very short bit. We've got a few beautiful Islamic selections coming up as well. So normally after the 4:30 mark, throughout the course of the month of Ramadan, you would have heard from various imams, locally and also internationally as well. So being that today is the last episode of the Suhoor Hour, I want to give you, my listeners and viewers, the opportunity to have your say. Let me know how your month of Ramadan went. Let me know, how things were during the course of the month of Ramadan. You can, definitely take the opportunity to bring your greetings. Send me your voice notes. And just after the 4:30 mark, I'll be playing those voice notes live on air. I want to give you the opportunity to bring greetings to your family, to your community, and of course, to the humanity at large, basically. So that's our call-in segment for today, that particular period of just after the 4:30 mark. I'll be giving you the opportunity to have your say and also to bring your greetings, your Eid greetings, because of course tomorrow is of course the observance of the Eid celebration. And of course a bit later on the program, as we get into our lecture segment this morning, being that it is the last opportunity, the last episode of the Suhoor Hour, I want to present to you 3 very, very important lessons for life. Now that we are transitioning out of the month of Ramadan, we are going to get back to our regular scheduled life. I want to leave you with 3 very, very important lessons for life. So I've got lots to cram into this particular hour. And of course, being that it's a Friday as well, just after the 5 o'clock mark, we'll be getting into Soul Inspirations. Once again, it's a pleasure to have you on board. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you. Well, in the meantime, I've got a particular rendition to share with you. This rendition is coming to you this morning through the kind courtesies of Extra Foods Supermarkets.
लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम, मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम, शम्माए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम। हम गरीबों के आका पे बेहद दरूद, हम गरीबों के आका पे बेहद दरूद, हम फकीरों की सरबत पे लाखों सलाम, शम्माए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम। शहरे यारे इरम ताजदारे हरम, शहरे यारे रम ताजदारे हरम, नौबहारे शिफात पे लाखों सलाम, मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम, शम्माए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम। उसकी बातों की लज़्ज़त पे लाखों दुरूद, उसकी बातों की लज़्ज़त पे लाखों दुरूद, उसके खुतबे की हैबत पे लाखों सलाम, मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम। अर्श ता फर्श है जिसके ज़ेरे नगी, अर्श ता फर्श है जिसके ज़ेरे नगी, उसकी काहे रियासत पे लाखों सलाम, मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम। मेहरे चरखे नबूवत पे रोशन दरूद, मेहरे चरखे नबूवत पे रोशन दरूद गुले बागे रिसालत पे लाखों सलाम मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम शम्माए अस्सलाम हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम या रहमतल लिल आलमीन रहमत पे लाखों सलाम अस्सलाम
Yes, indeed, you are tuned into the Suhoor Hour right here on 103.1 FM, the final episode for this particular year, 2026. We are now commencing the 30th day of fasting here during the course of the month of Ramadan. Just as a reminder, the time for the start of fast this morning is 4:56 a.m. And of course, the time for the breaking of the fast later on this evening is 6:20 p.m. So just as a reminder, coming up in just a short bit, we've got our Quran segment. This morning I'm sharing with you chapter 55 of the Holy Quran. After that, I'll be giving you the opportunity to have your say. You can send me a voice note. I'll be playing those voice notes live on air. You can bring your greetings, your Eid greetings, you can send your greetings to your family members, to your community members. I want to give you that opportunity today, being that today is indeed the last segment of Soul Inspiration for this year 2026. So in the meantime, we'll be getting into our Quran segment, and like I mentioned before, I'm sharing with you chapter 55 of the Holy Quran. It's a wonderful chapter. It's a chapter filled with inspiration and motivation. And of course, we pray that Almighty Allah enlightens our hearts with the message of the Holy Quran.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Ar-Rahman.
The Beneficent.
علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان.
Hath made known the Quran. He hath created man. He hath taught him utterance.
الشمس والقمر بحسبان.
The sun and the moon are made punctual.
والنجم والشجر يسجدان.
The stars and the trees adore.
والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان.
And the sky he hath uplifted, and he hath set the measure.
ألا تطغوا في الميزان.
That ye exceed not the measure.
وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان.
But observe the measure strictly, nor fall short thereof.
والأرض وضعها للأنام.
And the earth hath he appointed for his creatures.
فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام.
Wherein are fruit and sheathed palm trees.
والحب ذو العصف والريحان.
Husked grain and scented herb.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار.
He created man of clay like the potters.
وخلق الجان من مارج من نار.
And the jinn did he create of smokeless fire.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
رب المشرقين ورب المغربين
Lord of the two easts and Lord of the two wests.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
مرج البحرين يلتقيان
He hath loosed the two seas they meet.
بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان
There is a barrier between them. They encroach not one upon the other.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ والمرجان
There cometh forth from both of them the pearl and coral stone.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
وله الجوار المنشآت في البحر كالأعلام
His are the ships displayed upon the sea like banners.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
كل من عليها فان
Everyone that is thereon will pass away.
ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام
There remaineth but the countenance of thy Lord of might and glory.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
يسأله من في السماوات والأرض كل يوم هو في شأن
All that are in the heavens and the earth entreat him. Every day he exerciseth universal power.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
سنفرغ لكم أيها الثقلان
We shall dispose of you, O ye two dependents, man and jinni.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان
O company of jinn and men, if ye have power to penetrate all regions of the heavens and the earth, then penetrate them. Ye will never penetrate them save with our sanction.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
يرسل عليكما شواظ من نار ونحاس فلا تنتصران
There will be sent against you both heat of fire and flash of brass, and ye will not escape.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فإذا انشقت السماء فكانت وردة كالدهان
And when the heaven splitteth asunder and becometh rosy like red hide,
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيومئذ لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان.
On that day neither man nor jinni will be questioned of his sin.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام.
The guilty will be known by their marks and will be taken by the forelocks and the feet.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
هذه جهنم التي يكذب بها المجرمون
This is hell which the guilty deny.
يطوفون بينها وبين حميم آن
They go circling round between it and fierce boiling water.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
ولمن خاف مقام ربه جنتان
But for him who feareth the standing before his Lord, there are 2 gardens.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
ذواتا أفنان
Of spreading branches.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيهما عينان تجريان
Wherein are 2 fountains flowing.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيهما من كل فاكهة زوجان
Wherein is every kind of fruit in pairs.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
متكئين على فرش بطائنها من استبرق وجنى الجنتين دان
Reclining upon couches lined with silk brocade, the fruit of both gardens near to hand.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيهن قاصرات الطرف لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان
Therein are those of modest gaze whom neither man nor jinni will have touched before them.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
كأنهن الياقوت والمرجان
In beauty, like the jacinth and the coral stone.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان
Is the reward of goodness aught save goodness?
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
ومن دونهما جنتان
And beside them are 2 other gardens.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
مدهامتان
Dark green with foliage.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيهما عينان نضاختان
Wherein are 2 abundant springs.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيهما فاكهة ونخل ورمان
Wherein is fruit, the date palm and pomegranate.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
فيهن خيرات حسان
Wherein are found the good and beautiful.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
حور مقصورات في الخيام
Fair ones, close guarded in pavilions.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان
Whom neither man nor jinni will have touched before them.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
متكئين على رفرف خضر وعبقري حسان
Reclining on green cushions and fair carpets.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which is it of the favors of your Lord that ye deny?
تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام
Blessed be the name of thy Lord, mighty and glorious.
Yes, indeed, chapter 55, a wonderful chapter of the Holy Quran. It's a chapter that really and truly reminds us of the favors of your Lord. And today, of course, is one of those favors. The 30th day of the month of Ramadan, one extra day in the month of Ramadan. And sometimes on the 29th night, we look for the moon, we anticipate that Eid will be the following day. But then we don't see the moon, as was the case last evening. And then we are blessed by Almighty with another day of fasting, another day of spirituality, another opportunity to come closer to Him, another opportunity to better ourselves and to become better human beings upon the face of the earth. So today is that special occasion where Almighty Allah has granted us one extra day, and of course tomorrow will be the Eid celebration. I want to take the opportunity to say to you, Eid Mubarak, going out to one and all. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you and your family members. Of course, it's a wonderful occasion. It's a time where we try our very best, to establish that unity within our communities. It's a day of prayer. It's a very, very special occasion which will be coming up tomorrow. So may Almighty Allah bless us all, and may this final day of the month of Ramadan be a day of inspiration and motivation.
हम तेरे बिना अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। हम तेरे बिना अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। तुझसे जुदा अगर हो जाएंगे तो खुद से ही हो जाएंगे जुदा। अब तुम ही हो, बस तुम ही हो या रबी, बस तुम ही हो। चैन भी मेरी हर खुशी, मेरी जिंदगी बस तुम ही हो या रबी। तेरा मेरा रिश्ता है कैसा, एक पल दूर गवारा नहीं। मेरा सब शाम बस है तेरा, वक्त मेरा बस आपका है। कोई लम्हा मेरा ना हो तेरे बिना, हर सांस पे नाम तेरा। अब तुम ही हो, बस तुम ही हो या रबी, बस तुम ही हो। चैन भी मेरी हर खुशी, मेरी जिंदगी बस तुम ही हो। My Lord, you have come and seen me. I was lost and found now. You made love so easy. My Lord, keep me on the straight path. You're my one and only. बस तुम ही हो, तुम ही हो, बस तुम ही हो या रबी, बस तुम ही हो। चैन भी मेरी हर खुशी, मेरी जिंदगी बस तुम ही हो।
Yes, indeed, Tum Hi Ho. And as we now look to close off the month of Ramadan, it's a very important message for us in that particular rendition, that whatever we do, Almighty Allah is indeed the greatest, and Almighty Allah will provide for us. Almighty Allah will take care of us outside of the month of Ramadan as well. So as promised, at this point in the program, we would normally get into our call-in segment, and you would have probably heard from Imams all across Trinidad, internationally as well. Well, today we open up the lines, and we've got one of our most ardent fans on the line calling us from Holland. So I just want to take a moment to say Assalamu alaikum to her, to find out how the month of Ramadan has gone there. So I say Assalamu alaikum to Sister Jacina Qadir Baksh of Holland, one of our famous, our most ardent fans. Assalamu alaikum, sister. How are you going?
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have Eid today, so I have to say Eid Mubarak.
Yeah. So
and first, I have to congratulate you on your birthday.
Yes.
And today is your birthday. And we have Eid ul-Fitr on your birthday.
MashaAllah.
And tomorrow is my birthday, and you have Eid ul-Fitr on my birthday in Trinidad.
Yes, really nice, really nice. So you are celebrating Eid on my birthday, and I will be celebrating Eid on your birthday. Really lovely gesture.
Yeah, that is it.
So how has the month of Ramadan been in Holland this year?
It was really hectic. It was nice. Yes, but and it gone so quickly.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is really gone quick this time.
And how many hours of fasting did you have throughout the course of this month of Ramadan? What time did you start fast? What time did you end fast?
Yeah, as a check from 5 to about 6:30. So, because yesterday was about exact 7 o'clock to break fast.
7 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, in the evening.
And how was the weather?
We had.
And how was the weather this time around for the month of Ramadan?
No, right now the weather is good. It's a little chilly, but the sun is begin to shine.
Yeah.
Because it's still early here.
Yeah.
Too.
So you mentioned that you're celebrating Eid today. So
yes.
What have you got planned for today?
Plan for today? Well, Naida come and help in to prepare.
Yeah.
But to finish make sawine already.
Right.
And I cook. I finish cook goat meat.
Right.
And this was a surprise. Aida and Zuhaira.
Right.
I have to make duck meat yet.
So you have your daughters
Look, she watching because she didn't know that I have to make duck for today too.
So that basically was the surprise dish.
That was the surprise dish for Zuhaira and Naida.
Yeah.
because they fast and both of them like duck.
So you have your daughters and your granddaughters visiting you today on the day of Eid.
Yes, yeah.
So as a community in Holland, how do you celebrate Eid? Is it different from here in Trinidad? What are the norms for celebrating Eid in that particular community?
No, it is because we do, the Sunni women here don't go to mosque to read namaz or so.
Right.
Alone the men will go to mosque.
Yeah.
And then certain family will come and visit by the evening.
Yeah.
It is really, really busy
Right.
because the friends and family come with all the family, children,
Yeah.
husband and wife and children, some grandchildren.
Yeah. So
it does always be a house full,
so you've got
in and out.
so you've got a busy day of visitors today.
Yeah, today I have a very busy day.
Yes, well, Allah make it easy, inshallah. Thank you so much, for calling and enlightening us. It's always a pleasure to have a chat with you.
Yes,
you always
yes.
listen to
And
our programs.
I want to say Eid al-Fitr greetings to you and your family, your parents, your loving wife and children,
Yeah,
and to my family in Piparo, family Hussein.
yeah.
I hope they may be listening, or they went go to mosque or so.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Whatever it is, anyhow, you keep safe and blessings, and until we meet, until we talk again.
Jazakallah. Eid Mubarak to you and the community in Holland. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah,
And
because the moon was sighted in Morocco, and we always take one because here after 4 or 5 days, then we could see the moon here in Holland most of the time.
So normally you go with the sightings of Morocco.
Yes. And we was really it was really hectic to wait to know that it is today.
Yeah.
But I had all my plans. I was thinking it would have been tomorrow.
Right.
With 30 fast.
Yeah. But alhamdulillah,
because between me and you, we had something that say, you want to say it is on your birthday, and I say it was on my birthday.
MashaAllah. But alhamdulillah, everything is in the hands of Allah, and whether it is a day of Eid or not, it's still a moment to rejoice.
Yes. Anyhow, you blessings and keep safe. And give my love and blessings to your parents and your family.
Jazakallah. Keep us in your du'as.
And Eid Mubarak to all your listeners worldwide.
Eid Mubarak to you and your family, and of course the community in Holland as well. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for calling. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So that was Sister Jacina Qadr Baksh from all the way out there in Holland, one of the most ardent listeners, to our programs throughout the course of the month of Ramadan, throughout the course of the year as well. Sounds like a really, really wonderful community out there in Holland. They've got their Eid celebrations today. She's got visitors coming and going throughout the course of the entire day. She's preparing her meals, and that's what the Eid celebration is all about. It's about unity, it's about togetherness. May Almighty Allah continue to bless us with all goodness in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. Well, I've got so many messages coming in. I just want to say that I acknowledge all of the messages. I'm getting Jummah Mubarak messages, I'm getting Eid Mubarak messages. May Allah continue to bless you all. Thank you so much for your kind words, your kind sentiments. I just want to say as well, it was a pleasure being your host throughout the course of the entire month on the Suhoor Hour. And of course, this is the final episode. May Almighty Allah continue to bless us all. Tomorrow will be the day of Eid. I extend to you Eid Mubarak greetings as well, Jummah Mubarak greetings as well, blessings upon blessings. Well, coming up in just a short bit, we'll be getting into our lecture segment. And being that this is our last setting of the Suhoor Hour, I've got 3 very important lessons to share with you. So that's coming up in just a short bit. So just as a reminder, the time for the start of fast this morning is 4:56 a.m. and the time for the breaking of the fast later on this evening, the final time for this year 2026, would be once again 6:20 p.m. And this morning I want to jump into a few very, very important lessons. Now that we are coming to the end of the month of Ramadan and we are looking to transition out of the month of Ramadan, it's important that we keep these 3 points in front of you. Lesson number 1. This is a lesson we would have heard many, many times. Whatever you do in life, learn to walk before you run. And that particular message is so relevant now that we are transitioning out of the month of Ramadan. Many times what happens is that we develop a particular schedule for the month of Ramadan, and then when we transition out of the month of Ramadan, we tend to find problems or hiccups, transitioning from that particular schedule to our normal schedule. And in most instances, what tends to happen is that our spirituality, as we would have gained throughout the course of the month of Ramadan, tends to fall by the wayside. So learn to walk before you run. If you don't learn to walk before you run in life, quite obviously you will stumble and fall. And if you look at the example of a child first learns to crawl, then stand, then walk, and then eventually run. And of course, it is true that a child cannot run before it learns to walk. Nobody can run before he has learned to walk. A child learns to stand up before it walks. It slowly learns to walk bit by bit, footstep by footstep. And it is only after acquiring the ability to walk speedily that it begins to run. Now, in the same way, learning a new skill, acquiring a piece of knowledge, developing a new spiritual trait is a gradual process which we would have gone through throughout the entire month of Ramadan. And now that we are transitioning out of the month of Ramadan, we need much patience and constant efforts in order to master that skill. You simply cannot jump the gun or speed up the process, as the case may be. It is only after learning the alphabet gradually that one begins to learn to read. One who hasn't learned the alphabet cannot read and write properly. Similarly, a person who is studying, let's say, medicine, for example, cannot conduct a surgery after only 1 month of training. He has to undergo years of training before he can successfully conduct a surgery. Perfection in any field is attained by slow degrees. And that is applicable with regards to the field of spirituality as well. Both hard work and constant efforts are needed to attain perfection. Patience and perseverance are needed for every great enterprise, and your spirituality is indeed your greatest project in life. And you cannot reach the highest rung of a ladder without first climbing the lowermost rung. No great scholar, no great athlete or author or leader has ever achieved success overnight. So that's the first piece of advice I want to give you now that we are transitioning into life after the month of Ramadan. The second piece of advice is that money is a good servant, but it is indeed a bad master. Of course, we went through the month of Ramadan trying our best to give charity. And now that the month of Ramadan is coming to an end, it is important that we keep this message in front of us. No doubt, money is an essential, almost indispensable article in the present day world. It is the money through which we can purchase all the necessary comforts and amenities of life. If you have money, you can obtain what seems impossible to others. It is the money which gives a man confidence, gives him creditworthiness, credentials, capacity, capabilities, opportunities, and of course courage. In the present day materialistic world, money has become a very, very powerful tool. The prestige, respect, and social status commanded by a person is unfortunately calculated as per his monetary status. The time has gone when we value the person in terms of his morals and ethical values. People were earlier known for the sheer beauty of their character. Now, people are known in terms of their ranking in the list of the rich people of the world. Money has become the center of all activities. Money has power. Money power has become an essential ingredient of success in today's world. Like they say, money talks. However, with that being said, it is unfortunate that many people have become slaves to their money, even though they have been blessed by Almighty Allah. They still crave to have more and more, and by the hook or by the crook, with fair or foul means, without caring even for their own health at times, or even their own family, they continue to pursue more and more accumulation of wealth. And they have become servants of their money, earning money not for the sake of themselves, but for the sake of money. And a time comes when they find themselves unable to use that money for their own happiness. They are unable to eat. They are unable to taste the most delicious dish, unable to move, walk, or even enjoy life, because they may be suffering from many, many diseases, which are the result of their undue craving for wealth at all costs. I mean, think about it. Can anyone purchase anything without the power of money? You cannot purchase inner satisfaction with money. Of course, you can buy anything materialistic, but you cannot purchase inner satisfaction. You cannot purchase the lost youthfulness with money. You cannot purchase time when you die, even if you might be ready to pay for it. That's not how it works. An excessive love for money makes a man a slave of that very said money. Money, of course, is important for life, but it is not the most important thing for a human being. For those who use money for fulfilling their necessities, acquiring reasonable comforts, or for the welfare of a common good, they are the masters of money. But those who earn money just for the sake of increasing its volume are slaves of money. And money has become their master. They are just slaves, having no peace of mind, no moral or ethical values, and no inner satisfaction. So it is rightly said that money is a good servant, but a bad master. And that is the lesson we should take away from the month of Ramadan. Throughout the course of the month of Ramadan, we try to spend that money in charity, to assist those in need, the less fortunate in our communities. And that should also be our mantra leading out of the month of Ramadan as well. Do not keep it confined only to the month of Ramadan. Learn to earn your money for comfort, not for the sake of hoarding more and more wealth. And the third and final piece of advice I want to give you now that we're coming to the end of the month of Ramadan is that diligence is the mother of success. Diligence fuels success. Throughout the course of the entire month of Ramadan, we would have been most diligent. We would have tried our very best, to keep pushing ahead. Always remember, there can't be any shortcuts to success. The toil of years, the sweat of your brow, the struggle you make, everything adds up and contributes to you achieving your goal in the end. Throughout the course of the month of Ramadan, we went through an internal struggle. We struggled with our egos. We went through a physical struggle. We went through a mental struggle. We went through a spiritual struggle. And that persistence, that diligence is what has now actually brought us to this particular point in our lives. Excellence is an ever approaching target. And the one who puts his best foot forward in pursuit of excellence, ultimately he will reach nearer and nearer to his goal. And enthusiasm is the best asset of an individual. And with self-determination and hard work, one could achieve absolutely anything. The sky basically is the limit. Failure of any kind must not be allowed to deter you from your goal. Rather, it should make you fiercer. It should make you a little more dedicated to achieve the goal at hand. And the goal at hand really and truly is to keep your spirituality alive outside of the month of Ramadan as well. Failures are natural happenings. All successful men face failures of many kinds, but they worked with more enthusiasm, they worked with more determined zeal, and they were able to analyze their shortcomings, and they kept trying again and again until eventually they got to success. So this morning, as we are about to, leave the month of Ramadan, or as the month of Ramadan is about to depart from our presence, I want you to remember these three very important points. Number one, learn to walk before you run. Number two, money is a good servant but a bad master. And number three, diligence is indeed the mother of success. May Almighty Allah accept all of our efforts throughout the course of the month of Ramadan, and may Almighty Allah continue to bless us with goodness in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. Well, the time now in Trinidad and Tobago is 4:56 a.m. It's now time for the live breaking of the fast for the final time here on 103.1 FM throughout the course of the month of Ramadan for the year 2026. The start of fast is being brought to you this morning through the kind courtesies of F&E Hardware and Shopping Centre, Extra Foods Supermarket, Top Gear Auto Parts and Services, Alpha Transport and Sair Ali Transport, Faiz Auto Supplies Limited, Westby Supermarket with locations at Diego Martin and Tacarigua, Yador Non-Alcoholic Wine Halal Certified, and Rajapuri Curry Savor the Royal Flavor. And now that we are about to commence the final day of fasting in the month of Ramadan, day 30 to be exact, once again we commence our fasting with the very special prayer, and that prayer is Nawaitu Sawma Ghadin عن أداء فرض رمضان هذه السنة لله تعالى. That I intend to fast this day in performance of my compulsory duty in the holy month of Ramadan this year for the sake of Almighty Allah. And of course we pray that Almighty Allah makes this final day of fasting easy upon us. May Almighty Allah accept our efforts throughout the course of this day and of course throughout the course of the entire month. May Almighty Allah remove all hurdles and obstacles from our path. And may Almighty Allah make it such that we can arrive at the destination of the day of Eid safe and sound, in good health and strength. And of course, may that day be a day of happiness, prosperity, well-being and goodness as we continue now to observe the final couple of hours of the holy month of Ramadan for the year 2026.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الصلاة الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر الله
Well, unfortunately, we look to now drop curtains on this particular hour, the Suhoor Hour, the final version of the Suhoor Hour for the year 2026. I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you so much for keeping me company throughout the course of the entire month of Ramadan. It was indeed a pleasure to be your host. And I say to you, Eid Mubarak. From now, Jummah Mubarak as well. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you always. And until we meet again, I say to you, Fi Amanillah. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Thank you so much. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you. Of course, you can catch me on the other side of 5 a.m. as we continue on with programming here on 103.1 FM. Of course, it's a Friday. So being that it's a Friday, we now transition straight into Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. That's coming up from the 5 o'clock mark, 5 all the way up to 6 o'clock. I'll be in your company for another hour or so. Once again, it's a pleasure to have you on board. It's a pleasure to be your host. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you. Jazakumullahu khairan. I'll see you on the other side of 5 a.m.
Three. 103.1 FM. First, finest, forever.
Mountains of Mecca, what can you say of the day that Abraham passed your way? And he was instructed by God to build a house of peace where people will pray, and they will come on every lean camel and out of every ravine for the purpose of praising Allah, to glorify Allah. O mountains of Mecca, what can you tell of the day that stones from the sky fell, destroying an army determined to break the house of Allah that Abraham built? O mountains of Mecca, how was the dawn on the day that my prophet Muhammad was born? How did it feel knowing he was to be the last and most beloved of all, Rasul of Allah, Nabi of Allah? O mountains of Mecca, you were there when the Prophet Muhammad climbed down in despair. Engraved in his heart were the words of his Lord to all of mankind. This was his call: La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Oh people, praise only Allah, glorify Allah. Mountains of Mecca, how did you mourn on the day that the beloved returned to his Lord? And up till the last breath escaped from his lips, he prayed that his ummah would find success. O mountains of Mecca, how will it feel when the earth shall quake and tremble with fear, and we shall be gathered together to stand in the court of Allah with our deeds at hand? Oh, how we pray that on that day we'll be with those to whom Allah will say, peace be with you, I am pleased with you. O mountains of Mecca bear witness that to the oneness of Allah do I testify. For all that He's given me, how can I deny? My purpose in life should be only to cry. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah. Muhammad is His messenger. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah. Muhammad is His messenger. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad Rasulillah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad Nabi Allah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad Rasulillah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad Rasul of Allah.
الوداع الوداع يا رمضان السلام عليك يا شهر رمضان الوداع الوداع يا رمضان السلام عليك يا شهر الصيام. الوداع الوداع يا رمضان السلام عليك يا شهرك الوداع الوداع يا رمضان السلام عليك يا تلاوة القرآن. الوداع يا
Yes, indeed. Alwida, Alwida, Ya Ramadan, Assalamu alaikum, Ya Ramadan. I think that particular rendition sets the tone for this particular hour. We bid farewell to the holy month of Ramadan. Of course, today is the final day in the holy month of Ramadan, the final day of fasting throughout the course of this wonderful month that is now departing. Of course, within just a few hours, the month of Ramadan will be departing our presence. Of course, it's a bittersweet moment. On the one hand, the heart is heavy that the month of Ramadan is departing, but on the other, we are rejoicing because, of course, the occurrence of Eid will be taking place tomorrow. Special welcome to you. This is Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, here in your company on the 5th Friday of the month of Ramadan. Today, of course, is the 30th day of the month of Ramadan, which is the 9th month on the Islamic calendar for the year 1447. And, I must say that this hasn't happened in a long time. We haven't had 5 Fridays in any month of Ramadan for as far as I can remember. For the past couple of years, we've been having 4 Fridays. This year, we are blessed by the Almighty that we are given 5 Fridays in the month of Ramadan. Like I say, blessing upon blessing. So now that we are kickstarting this particular hour of Soul Inspirations, I must take the opportunity to extend to you, first of all, Jummah Mubarak greetings. And of course, I want to extend to you as well an early Eid greetings on behalf of myself, on behalf of my family, and of course all of us here at 103.1 FM. I say to you the warmest Eid Mubarak greetings as we continue on with this day of fasting, and of course as we celebrate the Eid celebrations coming up tomorrow, insha'Allah ta'ala. Well, definitely do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. I'll be taking you through to the top of the hour, 6 o'clock. I've got lots to share with you. We've got our inspiration segment coming up in just a short bit. We've got our lecture segment coming up as well. And in between that, I've got wonderful Islamic selections lined up for you coming your way. So once again, thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. Welcome. This is Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
Time is running out. The month of mercy comes to an end. It's scary to admit, I think I haven't done as much as I wanted to. I'm losing all my hope. It's harder when the end gets closer. I'm scared of letting go. I'm scared I'll never see you again. Allah, please, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm just trying to be. Allah, I seek your forgiveness. Allah, please, accept my supplication. Accept these days of fasting. Accept my humble dua. I wish you'd never leave. I wish that you would linger in my heart and my mind. Give up all my sleep, yeah. I'll seek forgiveness until morning light. I know it won't be easy. I'll try my best to make it through the night. I hope you'll never leave me. I hope you'll never leave. Allah, please, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm just trying to be. Allah, I seek your forgiveness. Allah, please, accept my supplication. Accept these days of fasting. Accept my humble dua. Allah, please, preserve me so that I can witness the month of mercy. Another chance to get closer. For now I say farewell, my friend. I hope to see you again. Another chance to get closer. تسيني روحي وعمري نسيبي انتي نور الكون حياتي عمر الروح فداكي انتي حبي هناني don't give up on me.
Yes, indeed, wonderful sentiments echoed in that particular rendition. Indeed, we are saddened by the departing of the holy month of Ramadan. For indeed, we never know if we will be alive to witness another month of Ramadan in our lives. So with that thought in our minds, it really and truly tugs at our hearts. And of course, we pray most earnestly that Almighty Allah accepts all of the efforts that we were able to accomplish throughout the course of this wonderful month of Ramadan. May Almighty Allah overlook all of our shortcomings, and may this month of Ramadan serve as a source of guidance, a source of upliftment, a source of betterment, and a source of positive growth for us now that we are transitioning out of the month of Ramadan. So of course, we've got a couple of hours left. We bid farewell to the holy month of Ramadan, but we try our best to utilize these final moments to gain the pleasure of the Almighty, and of course to gain for ourselves a heightened level of spirituality. On the other hand, of course, we look forward with enthusiasm, with joy, with rejoicing to the day of Eid, which will be celebrated tomorrow here in Trinidad and Tobago. May your day be filled with happiness and joy. May Almighty Allah reward you immensely for all the good that you were able to accomplish throughout the course of the month of Ramadan. May this day of togetherness, may this day of unity bring happiness and prosperity to you and your family. And of course, it's always a pleasure to have you with us here on 103.1 FM. So on behalf of myself again and all of us here at 103.1 FM, Jummah Mubarak and Eid Mubarak greetings to every single one of you. Well, coming up just in a couple of seconds, we've got our inspirational segment. Once again, you are listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. And I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani. I'll be taking you through to the top of the hour. So this morning on our inspirational segment, I've got a very, very important message for you. And of course, I'll bring forth that message by sharing with you this particular anecdote, and I think that will highlight the point and the topic that I want to present to you this morning. It's a very important concept that we must take into consideration now that the month of Ramadan is departing. So a wise man was once faced by a group of people who were always complaining about the same issues over and over again. So one day, instead of listening to the complaints, he told them a joke. And of course, everyone cracked up laughing. After that, the man repeated the joke again. This time around, only a few people smiled. Finally, the man repeated the joke for a third time. But this time around, no one even reacted. So the wise man smiled and said to them that you won't laugh at the same joke more than once. So what are you getting from continuing to complain about the same problems over and over again in your life? The lesson to be had from that particular anecdote is that you will not get anywhere in life. You are not going to get anywhere in life if you keep complaining about the same problems, but you do nothing to fix those problems in your life. And I want you to remember and to hold on to this message for the post-Ramadan period. In the month of Ramadan, we learned resilience. We learned tolerance. We learned patience. We learned not to complain. And we learned to look for solutions rather than complaining. So don't waste your time complaining, expecting other people to continue to react to your complaints. Instead, take charge. Take charge of your life. Take action to make an effective and a positive change. Like they say, it's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. It is always better to keep moving forward in life with a progressive force than to become stagnated and achieve absolutely nothing. And let me tell you this as well. Slow progress is by far better than no progress. Successful people are forward thinkers. They are progressive and they are always looking ahead. And now that the month of Ramadan is departing, let's start to look ahead. In a world where many are consumed with past actions and failures and mistakes, progressive people do well to focus on the positives that do lie ahead. Even when you are faced with failure, even when you feel defeated and dejected, in order to develop a progressive mindset, it is always absolutely important to find ways to constantly be motivated to be able to reach your goals in the end. Things don't always work out in life as you intend them to work out. And when they don't, it is up to you to act and to find ways to get the desired results. Don't become defeated if one avenue becomes closed upon you. Look for another avenue and another avenue and keep looking until you are able to break through. Being progressive means always searching for solutions. Being progressive means that you become solution oriented. Become results oriented. And the moment you stop searching for solutions for the challenges you are faced with in life, ultimately you become stagnated. And there are absolutely no excuses on the path to success. In your bid to develop a positive mindset, at times I can tell you people will disappoint you. You will be wronged. You will have the rug pulled from under your feet, so to speak. But that should never become the reason you stop moving forward. You don't live in a perfect world. Learn to take the good in people you come into contact with and learn to ignore the worst. And now that the month of Ramadan is coming to an end and we transition to the post-Ramadan period, you are going to hit bumps in the road. And trust me, you are going to be faced with a constant barrage of challenges. However, there is absolutely no point in magnifying the problems. You can only learn from what didn't work out, and you can try to integrate this into your solution selection process. Progressive people are solution oriented. Through practical and creative thinking, they tend to find the possibilities. They tend to find the answers to seemingly difficult questions. So now that we are transitioning out of the month of Ramadan, always ask yourself progressive questions. What did I do wrong? What would I have done better? What could I have done better? How could I have worked smarter? And this next question is the most important question. How can I improve myself? And I can definitely tell you that the right questions will lead you to better ways of getting things done and will lead you to where you desire to be. So in order to become progressive in life, learn and listen. Take the advice of those who are more educated and those who are more experienced than you. Developing a know-it-all attitude shuts the door to progress and opens the door to failure. Also, don't be afraid to change or to move on. Adaptation is a key to survival. And when the month of Ramadan comes to an end later on this evening, it's all about the adaptation game. How are you going to adapt to life outside of the month of Ramadan? And progressive people are really great at adapting. They adapt to every situation. Progressive people leave nothing to chance. They are restless, they are passionate, they are enthusiastic about anything they involve themselves in. And that is the aura that you want to adopt and you want to take with you now that the month of Ramadan is departing. According to Albert Einstein, it is indeed insanity to keep doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. Finally, being progressive means knowing what you stand for. Don't ever compromise your standards simply to please the crowd. Rather, stand by your values, stand by your principles. The values and the principles and the standards you were able to accomplish in the month of Ramadan, stand by those values outside of the month of Ramadan as well. Your values will become a compass. Your values will become a guide to help you to achieve your goals and of course to gain the respect of the people around you.
Yes,
So finally, I'll leave you with this. Now that we bid farewell to the month of Ramadan, we look forward with great enthusiasm to the day of Eid, which will be tomorrow. Remember that your movement in life should be forward ever, backward never.
جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا. Oh happy day, I have been waiting. This day has come, so we celebrate. A day we all get together, company with the angels. I feel the love all in the air. محلى الأيام نتعيد فيه مع الأحباب. أهلا يا عيد. محلى الأيام نتعيد فيه مع الأحباب. أهلا يا عيد. جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا. جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا. Welcome ya Eid, love fills the streets, a day for friends and family. Everyone round the world, shout it out, spread the word. Oh yes, this here is Eid today. محلى الأيام نتعيد فيه مع الأحباب. أهلا يا عيد محلى الأيام نتعيد فيه مع الأحباب. أهلا يا عيد جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا. عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا. جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا. عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا. جانا الهنا فرحتنا يوم السعادة حلى لنا. عيد سعيد عيد جميل عيد مبارك يجمعنا.
Yes, indeed, it's a day of Eid tomorrow. Of course, we look forward with great anticipation. May Almighty Allah preserve us. May Almighty Allah make it a day of happiness, a special day, a day of community, togetherness, a day of unity. And may Almighty Allah continue to guide us towards all that is good in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. Well, you are listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM. And of course, I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point 14 Hardware Limited, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, and of course the Original Barbecue Hut Limited. Coming up in just a short bit, we've got our lecture segment coming up just around the corner. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. This is Soul Inspirations, and let me share with you this wonderful rendition, after which we'll be getting into our lecture segment for this morning.
It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. I remember all the nights I used to pray, talking to my Lord, I used to say, please give me a wife who'll change my life. Now I found my best friend, my all. She makes me a better man and completes my faith. Now we wake for Fajr and we pray together. Inshallah, it's forever. It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. Oh, I remember when love was far away. Oh yeah. And now she's come, love has come to stay. She's my favorite color, she's my favorite picture. She's my everything, she's my all. This is all thanks to you, you're the only one. He answered my prayer, the patience was a pressure. At the end I got through. It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end.
Yes, indeed, I think that's our sentiment exactly. We don't want it to end. We don't want the month of Ramadan to end. Because, of course, if you go through the month of Ramadan correctly, you know, you have that feeling in your heart that you wish that the month of Ramadan could stay forever. But, of course, that's not the case. We'll be bidding farewell to the month of Ramadan later on this evening. And, of course, we'll be looking forward with enthusiasm, with joy and gratitude to the day of Eid coming up tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. Well, welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment on this beautiful Friday morning. I say to you, Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. Eid Mubarak greetings as well. On behalf of myself and all of us here at 103.1 FM, may your day be filled with happiness, joy, and positivity. Well, the program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point 14 Hardware Limited, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, and the Original Barbecue Hut Limited. Well, at this point in the program, we now look to jump into our short lecture segment. And this morning, I'm talking about the concept that what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. That's a very, very relevant, pertinent, and important message now that the month of Ramadan is leaving us. So now that we're coming to the end of the month of Ramadan, I want you to remember that the bigger the challenge, the bigger the opportunity for growth. Do not see the month of Ramadan as the end of the journey. Rather, see the month of Ramadan as a springboard for the beginning of the journey, which of course is the rest of your life. And life itself is an embodiment of challenges, trials, hardships, difficulties. And regardless of who you are, where you are from, what you might have accomplished in life, regardless of how rich you are, what type of resources you may have available to you, challenges, trials, hardships, and difficulties will inevitably find their way to you. All you do in life is navigate from one challenge to the next. Some challenges, some trials, some hardships are bigger than some. Some may take a longer time to get over than some. At times, some may be a lot easier to overcome than some. And some in life can literally feel sometimes like you are going through hell on earth. And you ask yourself, when am I going to get some ease? When is this going to come to an end? Well, I'm here to tell you this morning that whoever you are, wherever you are from, whatever you might be going through at this stage in your life, however hard it may seem, I'm simply here to tell you this morning, be strong, my friend. Hold on. Hold on and keep holding on. And never ever give up. Never allow the challenges of life to get the better of you. Don't you ever accept defeat as an option. As a matter of fact, hit the delete button with regards to failure and defeat from your mind as an option. The only option you should leave yourself is victory and progress. Literally tell yourself that failure and defeat is not an option for me. The only option I have is success. The only direction I am headed is upward. Forward ever, backward never. I have to succeed. I will become victorious, and nothing I mean, absolutely nothing will stand in my way. And that's the attitude, that's the mentality that you want transitioning out of the month of Ramadan. Whatever you think about your life, I am pretty sure you can recall moments where you would have faced adversity, especially if you look back throughout the course of this month of Ramadan. It could have been a personal struggle, it could have been a professional setback, or even a difficult relationship. And in those moments, it's easy to become overwhelmed, defeated, downtrodden, and of course discouraged. However, I want you to know that it is precisely during these times that your character, your resilience, your perseverance is tested, and your strength is then forged out of those challenges that would have faced you. Remember that challenges push you out of your comfort zone, and they then force you to confront your fears and your limitations. And these challenges demand that you find new ways to overcome obstacles, which of course is what we would have learned in the month of Ramadan. In doing so, you develop resilience, you become more adaptable, more flexible, and open to positive change. Like a muscle, your ability to navigate challenges will eventually grow stronger and stronger with each encounter. It all boils down to one mentality, and that mentality is to learn from your experiences, whether positive or negative. Always ask, what can I learn from this experience? And remember that the nature of life is such that no situation in life is a perfect one. No situation in life is a permanent one. Some days you will be down and out. Other days you will experience upliftment and elevation. In chapter 94, Almighty Allah gives us a beautiful verse, a verse of comfort and a verse of solace, a verse of peace. Almighty Allah says, indeed, there is ease with hardship. Indeed, after every hardship comes ease. And this verse is repeated twice in that particular chapter. Chapter 94, verse 5 and 6. Look it up if you want. It's repeated twice to highlight the importance of that concept, that after every hardship will come ease. Always be sure to call on the Almighty when you find yourself in a hole, when you find yourself descending into a dark abyss. Hold on to the Almighty and be sure to remember Him during your period of prosperity as well. Don't just call out to Him when you're going through a tough time, and then when all seems well, you then toss Him behind your back. Keep Him in front of you at all times. And now that we exit in the month of Ramadan, I want you to hold on to this message. There won't ever be a better time to start striving for success than right now. And most people, I can tell you, waste their entire lifetime procrastinating instead of living their desired life, because they think that there will always be a better tomorrow. There will always be a better time to start. The truth, however, is that working on your dreams will never be easier. And the best time to start was yesterday, not even today. It was yesterday. You never know how much time you have left. And now that we are witnessing the dying hours of the month of Ramadan, do we even know if we will see the end of the month of Ramadan? There are many people who between now and later on this evening will be departing this world. They will not get to see the end of the month of Ramadan. And that's just the nature of life. Life is certainly too short to postpone the things that you most definitely want to accomplish and achieve in your life. And don't be afraid of making a wrong decision. Making a wrong decision sometimes works in your favor. Making a wrong decision is indeed better than making no decision. And if you think back and you ask yourself, when was the last time you struggled to make a decision? Whether it's choosing what to wear in the morning, deciding on what to eat for dinner, or making a significant decision that would have changed your life. Most people are so afraid of making a wrong decision that they don't decide anything at all. They end up being trapped in what is known as analysis paralysis, and they waste a significant part of their life thinking about their decision instead of just taking action. But here's the painful truth. Overthinking is counterproductive. It's just a form of procrastination because you are afraid of making the right decision. You only get stronger by doing the hard things. Staying in your comfort zone and doing what you have always been doing, of course, sounds appealing. Yet that is exactly why you might be failing to move forward. If you only do the things that feels easy, you will end up living an ordinary life, and you will fail to turn your ambitious goals into reality. Achieving something worthwhile always takes a certain amount of courage. Achieving something worthwhile requires discipline, and it requires risk taking. Doing the easy things will never lead to satisfaction. Doing the hard things, however, isn't easy at first, but if you continue to push on through and persevere, it will ultimately be worth it in the end. So as we now witness the dying stages of the month of Ramadan, it is important to remember that what doesn't kill you will definitely make you stronger. It is the challenges that help you to grow and to keep you lively. You should consider the problems and challenges in your life as motivators for moving forward in life. Without these challenges, you become complacent, life becomes boring, and life becomes purposeless. Man thrives, oddly enough, in the presence of a challenging environment. So in the face of everything you might be going through, as we look to now transition out of the month of Ramadan, finally I say to you, be strong, hold on, and never ever give up. For indeed, a brighter day is literally just around the corner.
Ramadan has come and gone, Eid has dawned upon us. Thank you, Allah, for this blessed day. It's a time of happiness, a time of joy. Thank you, Allah, for this blessed day. Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Farhanun, Yawmun Jamilun, Eidun Sa'id, Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Jamilun, Yawmun Farhanun, Eidun Sa'id. All over the world, under the big blue sky, Muslims unite to worship Allah. It's a time of brotherhood, a time of peace. Muslims are singing praises to Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Families are gathering, remembering Allah, and that His love is the greatest by far. All praise for you, Allah, all thanks to you. The joy of Eid comes only from you. Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Farhanun, Yawmun Jamilun, Eidun Sa'id, Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Jamilun, Yawmun Farhanun, Eidun Sa'id. This day of rejoicing, this day of peace, did only you make for those who believe. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Farhanun, Yawmun Jamilun, Eidun Sa'id, Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Jamilun, Yawmun Farhanun, Eidun Sa'id, Eidun Sa'idun, Yawmun Farhanun, Yawmun Jamilun, Eidun Sa'id. سعيد عيد سعيد عيد سعيد عيد سعيد.
Yes, indeed, Eidun Sa'id will be celebrating the Eid celebration tomorrow. The Eid celebration will be observed tomorrow. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you. Well, of course, we are now coming to the end of the program for this morning. I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning has been brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortune Hardware Limited, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, and the Original Barbecue Hut Limited. I also must take the opportunity to say a very special salam and greetings of peace going out to you and yours, my listeners and viewers who have joined us on the program this morning. To everyone who would have messaged on the program locally, regionally, internationally, thank you so much for your kind gestures. Thank you so much for your kind greetings. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. And of course, Eid Mubarak greetings going out to you and yours from all of us here at 103.1 FM. May the blessings and the mercies of the Almighty be with you. Well, of course, it was indeed an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past couple of hours or so. By all means, you can catch me next week Friday from 5 a.m. as we bring to you another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Catch me later on this evening as well from 6 p.m. as we bring to you the final episode of Iftar with the Imam for the year 2026. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, signing out for this morning. Until later on this evening, please have an extremely blessed day. Stay safe and stay in the mercy of the Almighty. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है नाम उसी का लिया करो। अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है नाम उसी का लिया करो। अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, Allah, Allah, you are the one who we turn to. You are the one who we call to. Allah, you are the one who helps us through when life's hard.